Welcome back to Kitchen Counseling. I wanted to jump in here real quick tonight. We're doing a really quick, easy recipe. It's a nice cold evening. Want to pop in a movie. We are going to make some margarita popcorn. Some of you know me and know that I am very big in essential oils. This is a recipe that I use some essential oils with. We'll talk a little bit about this as we're going along, but I'm going to be using some lime essential oil in this. But let's talk about how we get started. We're going to cook this up the old-fashioned way in a pot with some oil. We're using coconut oil. I've got 3 tablespoons of the coconut oil that we're going to put in the pot. We're going to melt that down a little bit and put 1/2 of a cup. We got a 1/2 cup of popcorn we're going to throw in there, and we're going to pop this up. And then when it's ready, we're going to add the little toppings on it, and we'll talk a little bit about that. So let's. The nice thing about the coconut oil, it will not take very long to melt down. As you can see, with just a little bit of heat. Coconut oil is going to give it a nice lighter flavor than adding like butter or anything heavier to it. You'll find if you try this recipe that it is a little bit lighter, but it has a great flavor, and it does taste like a margarita. And that's kind of that idea behind it. So I'm going to cook this up real quick, and when it's done, we're going to come back and we're going to finish it up. All right? Now we're back. All right, this again is a very, very simple recipe. It's got 4 ingredients in it. We got coconut oil. We're using salt. We got lime, essential oil, and the popcorn, which I've popped. So it's a 1/2 cup of popcorn, makes about this much popcorn. We've used about 3 tablespoons of the coconut oil to cook the popcorn in here. I've also melted another couple tablespoons of coconut oil. We are going to add 8 to 10 drops of the lime essential oil. You do that after the cooking process, because essential oils don't particularly like the cooking process. Oh, wait a minute, come on. Let's do it this way. I must be getting low on my lime. 1, 2, I'm very low on my lime. We might not get 8 or 10, but we're going to get as much as we can out of this one. Typically you would use 8 to 10. It's going to give you just the right amount of lime. It's not going to be too much. Essential oils, the heating element, when you're cooking with essential oils, you'll lose the therapeutic properties of the essential oils under the heat. So I typically will add it after the cooking. So I've melted it all down here. We've added the oil after that, which will then keep those therapeutic properties of the oil. You still get the flavor and the smell even if you cooked with them. But I like to try and keep all the properties of the oil if I possibly can. Now we're just pouring this on like you would put butter on your popcorn. We're using coconut oil and the lime. Do a little bit of a mixture up here. And then I've got some kosher salt. I like using kosher salt. You can use sea salt, whatever your pleasure is. I stay away from the table salt only because it is very, very fine, and it's easy to over salt it too much. Kosher salt and sea salt is a little bit easier to work with, and I think it just tastes great. And voila, we have our margarita popcorn ready for the movie. Let's pop it in. See you later.